It's arrived. Probably the most epic Wayne's Arcade World unboxing ever. And this really has nothing to do with Wayne's Arcade World. Introducing my brand new Gigabyte G6 gaming laptop. My first new laptop purchase since 1999. Yeah, before some of you that are watching this video were even born. I partied like it was 1999 by getting a compact Presario 1675 with Windows 98. You can watch my previous videos going over the history of my old laptops and desktops if you want. But we're finally in the new millennium with a really awesome laptop. Well, at least I hope it is a really awesome laptop. I'm not too familiar with the Gigabyte brand, other than I've heard it mentioned on Linus Tech Tips once in a while. But this pretty much meets all the specs I wanted with some special bonuses. And this is just going to be an unboxing, do a little review, my first reactions with it, and a little explanation why I'm buying a laptop for the first time since 1999. Since 1999 and that Windows 98 PC, I've had a lot of work laptops, used laptops that I had acquired, saved from becoming e-waste, but this is the first laptop that I've ever purchased. I've purchased desktops since 1999, and I don't even know if I can count this being the second laptop I've ever purchased, because I'm pretty sure my parents bought the one in 1999. It was time to get something new. The current PCs that I have in the office, a Dell desktop that was a warranty replacement for another Dell desktop, and one of my used Dell laptops. Both have Windows 7. Both are over 10 years old, getting closer to 15 years old now. Both have Windows 7, soon to be 2 operating systems out of date. That laptop with Windows 7 and Windows Movie Maker has served me well on this channel. I uploaded my very first video from that laptop, and to this day, how many hundreds of videos later, I'm still able to edit, still able to upload, but it's time to move on. I get the random blue screens when I'm just trying to edit in Windows Movie Maker. I need more storage, I need more RAM, I need more speed. That's really what it comes down to. As we enter this new chapter in our channel here where I'm live streaming more and I want to upload longer videos. There is a known glitch between Windows 7 and Windows Movie Maker. For some reason, if the compiled video goes over 4 gigabytes, I can't play the video on the old laptop. This is why I kind of had to restrict my videos to between 20 and 25 minutes. There was more night shots, more dark scenes. I had a little leeway with that, but that is why you don't see too many 45-minute videos on a channel. And I'm hoping that will change with this guy. A gaming laptop that I kind of want to game on. I can't download Steam on either of those systems upstairs. Steam would just kind of laugh at me. This thing has a dedicated GPU. So I'm hoping with this thing, I have a lot more opportunities to do live streams with Steam games, whatever else I can find out on the modern internet, as well as the whole video editing processing. I'm assuming it's going to go a lot quicker from this point forward. So let's get this thing unboxed. Quicker to edit, quicker to upload, less backlog. That's the theory anyway. Now the laptop's about 5 pounds. This is not a small, light and thin laptop, but I didn't want that. I wanted something with a little beef to it, and this is about 5 pounds. The box is not light. I wanted something with a little weight. I wanted something with ports. Call me old school, but I didn't want a paper-thin laptop with only a few Thunderbolt ports on it. Not practical for me. And this thing has ports. Maybe not as many as some of those old school laptops that I showed you in the previous videos, but we have HDMI, we have USB. Should be pretty obvious, but not all laptops come with that stuff these days. It's got a dedicated power outlet thing. I don't have to power the laptop with Thunderbolt or USB-C if I don't want to. We will go into details on all that. We have a box in a box, so often is the case. I did pick this up at Best Buy because I have financing at Best Buy, interest-free. So, again, probably could have gotten this maybe cheaper somewhere else, but this technically was on sale at Best Buy when I purchased it. So, besides having the specs pretty much that I want, this also was in a good price range. And I would have thought it would have been a good deal even without the dedicated GPU, but the fact that it has the GPU as well, I consider it a bonus. I can consider this a pretty good deal. It is really in there. There we go. Gigabyte G6 gaming laptop. We're about to break the security seal. Things are gonna get real. Ooh, I see it. We do have some accessories here. We have a power cord. Guessing the brick is in here as well. There we go, decent sized brick from Shikoni. I did watch a review by Toasty Bros, one of the better reviews of this laptop that I saw. I'll link their video below as well. They go into this in a lot more detail than I'm going to go into. This is not a full computer review. I'm not a computer review channel. Watch Toasty Bros if you want that. And this is just kind of my reaction to this. And there we go. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. I mean, you can take the styrofoam off, but we have a couple instruction manuals as well, but, you know, who needs to read stuff, right? Long gone are the days where you had big books teaching you how to use Microsoft Windows and Works. And here you go. Pretty good styrofoam. I know a lot of the tech channels like to rate the styrofoam, but seems like it's in pretty good shape to me. Packed well by Gigabyte. Seems to have been handled pretty well by Best Buy as well. Let's get this styrofoam off. Comes in a really nice protective kind of cloth case as well. I'll definitely hold on to this. Let's get the laptop out of here. Okay. First reaction, yeah, it's got a little weight to it. Mind you, I'm coming from very old school laptops. Watch those previous videos. To be honest with you, I pretty much treat my laptops like a desktop. I don't carry a laptop with me wherever I go. I have a smartphone to keep me entertained, check email, all the social media, etc. And I always have a work laptop available to me if I want to take that somewhere. That used laptop upstairs that I am currently editing my videos on, I can't remember the last time I took that out of the house. And honestly, yeah, it's 5 pounds. It's got some weight to it, but it would not be that bad for me to pack this up in a bag, take it with me on the road to a hotel if I want to. But I'm not typically running around everywhere with a laptop on me. Not since the invention of a smartphone, so this is mostly just going to sit in our house. And the first initial opening, here we go. Check out how big this screen is. I'm guessing this just pulls up. And ready for the big reveal? Here we go. It has an Intel Core i7 with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPU. Now, I'm not really a fanboy of one side or the other as far as GPUs or CPUs go. I think that almost 15-year-old desktop that I have upstairs has an AMD GPU in it. But as far as laptops that had a dedicated GPU in them, at least from Best Buy, this was by far the best value. It also had the highest amount of RAM. And let's go over some of the bonus features. This has a 16-inch 16 by 10 aspect ratio screen. Not 16 by 9 like most monitors, 16 by 10. Kind of going old school there. I've always loved the 16 by 10 aspect ratio monitors. And yeah, 16 inch. This is not a small screen. And check this out. A keyboard with a numpad. Yeah, look at that, a dedicated numpad. You don't find that much anymore. Very big touchpad here. Got a little gaming on there. There were definitely some complaints about the flex on the keyboard, as well as the keys being mushy. Initial test here doesn't seem all that bad. But, you know, we'll see how it goes over time. It also has a backlit keyboard, which was on the wish list. A little gaming on the side here also. On the back, we have USB-C, HDMI. Got what that is for. Here's your barrel jack for the power cord. There's a lot of copper in this thing. You know, they definitely try to keep this thing cool. 2 more USBs. I think the one on the left is USB 3.0, the one on the right, USB 2.0. Dedicated microphone and headphone jack. Can't take that for granted these days. That is on the left side. We have a dedicated Ethernet port. That's pretty cool. Also not a given these days. You have another USB-C and then a micro SD card reader. Don't know if I'll use that, but that also can't be taken for granted these days. There were some complaints I heard regarding the fans being loud and the CPU getting warm, but there are a whole bunch of settings that control the fan speeds based on what type of gaming you are doing. But watch Toasty Bros video again if you want all those details. For now, I need to do some cleaning of the office upstairs because my old laptop still has about 10 videos compiled that I need to release. So I can't retire that thing for a little while, so I gotta find a way to set both of these up in the office. I'll be back with you in a little bit. And now that the light is on, I can better show you the bottom. There's actually fans at each side. And the copper stuff in the middle. Manufactured November 2024. I knew this was a 2024 era laptop, but manufactured towards the end of the year, not bad at all. Here's a look at the system with the light on. I've been upstairs cleaning my office desk, and I can definitely say that this laptop is much lighter than that early 2010 era Dell laptop that I'm currently editing on. It is not even close. Well, it's been about 24 hours. I had a super busy vlogging day today. I filmed about 3 videos, but we're back in the office and finally getting the new laptop set up. Windows updates are running, so this may take a little while. Cleaned off the desk. Got the old laptop sitting over there. Check out this backlit keyboard. Pretty nice. I know it's not a revolutionary feature, but it's the first time I've had something like that. And I definitely can notice a little of the mushiness when you're pressing down on the keyboard. I knew about that going in from the review videos, but Not a deal breaker to me. I could certainly get used to it. And guess what? We are online. I've mostly been messing around with the Windows settings tonight. I am not going to be messing around with the video editor tonight. I still have a video to upload tomorrow from the old laptop. I'm also in the process of editing a video on the old laptop. Overall, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with it. What's gonna take a little more time for me to get used to, other than the mushy keyboard, is if you notice the keyboard is a little centered to the left. So when I'm going to hit the backspace, I'm often hitting the numlock key. That's just simply going to take a little time to get used to. I think we made a good choice. For the price point, I definitely think it was a good choice. The real test will come when we start video editing, and from first glance, I gotta say this screen looks beautiful. And we may as well go over some stats like we did with our older PCs. This is a 13th gen Intel Core i7 13620H at 2.40 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, that was a big selling point for me, especially at the price range. It has Windows 11 Home, version 24H2, and 1 terabyte of hard drive. Now, I wish it had more than 1 terabyte, but to get at least 2, most systems were out of my price range, but there is an expandable M.2 slot on this thing, which I definitely plan to utilize in the near future, just because I have a lot of photos and videos in storage. Some on my old desktop over there, some on my old used laptop, and I want to start consolidating that onto this thing. So I will definitely be expanding that, but 1 terabyte out of the box, not bad at all. And of course, how could I not mention that inside this baby we have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 laptop GPU. We should be doing some awesome video editing with that. And big boy live streaming. Hello everyone, it's been another day or two, and welcome back to my office. With the old laptop and the new laptop. Finally, I think Windows Updates is happy. It has been a process, as I'm sure many of you who purchased PCs in the recent past will understand. It's been a lot of updating. There was one really long update that was taking forever to download. Some updates were failing, but finally, Windows seems happy, at least for now. We are still currently video editing on the old laptop. I just uploaded this video here at Mulford Village Mall in Rockford, which means we still have 10 videos that I need to upload from this laptop. So I guess this is kind of an impromptu video backlog update, even though I'm not really doing that anymore. I am still currently editing this video down here. Interestingly enough, this is kind of a great transition period to the new laptop because we have made it through February, March. Here's your spoiler of upcoming videos. And we have now reached April 2025 and the Midwest Gaming Classic. And I'm kind of glad that we could start editing Midwest Gaming Classic on the new laptop if everything goes well, because that's a lot of videos. And I should have the restrictions that I did have on this Windows 7 laptop lifted, and I should be able to make the videos a little longer, not have 3-4 parters, etc. So we shall see how that goes. But what I am editing here is kind of a part 1, but not really, to Midwest Gaming Classic, and that is my footage that I took at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in downtown Milwaukee, where I stayed with my friend and his video streamer buddies. That's not a really long video. That's going to be like 10-11 minutes, something like that, so not that major. So I figure I may as well just edit that one here, and then hopefully, if all goes well, I figure out how to use Clipchamp on Windows 11. That'll be the last video I edit and upload on this laptop. Fingers crossed that goes well, because I have not had a chance to mess around with Clipchamp yet. on this thing.